just got off the rower. I'm warming up for my workout today. I'm doing some deficit deadlifts, some overhead squats, and then some sandbag to shoulder work at the end. So right now, I'm just trying to warm up my legs and open up my hips before getting started. I don't always start on the rower when I warm up. I usually do either the rower or the bike for just 3 to 5 minutes just to get some blood flow in and get moving. Doing some hip switches right now, opening up my hips before I do the overhead squats. So I'm a little tight right in here on either side, I can feel. So these are called scorpion taps, and I like doing these to stretch my back out before getting started. Usually on one of the first couple of reps, my back cracks and it feels good. I had some chicken and cabbage for breakfast today, and I don't know what I'll have for lunch yet. Maybe some beef and rice for lunch. I'm rolling out my glute right now before squatting. It's a little tight. This is pretty uncomfortable actually. I'm trying to work on my squat right now. I'm having some issues in the bottom of the squat, some leaning on one side, so I'm trying to get a little more balanced in my squat. So we're kind of working on the hips, thinking that might be part of the issue why I'm a little leaned to my right side in the bottom of the squat. I've also been working on my ankle mobility, just in case it's my ankles that's the issue, but I'm thinking that my glutes might be more of the issue for this case. Now that we're nice and loose, it's time to get prepped for the lifts. So we're gonna start with some star planks, and this is by far the hardest plank I think there is. I'm also doing some glute airplanes, working on some balance and some glute and hip work. Checking my Snapchats from my friends. So I do overhead squats. I don't know why I do them. To just vary my squat movement. It helps with the overhead position, which can be hard for a lot of people just because of mobility. So I think it's important to practice that in an overhead squat in a weighted position, because it is a little more challenging and you don't want to lose that mobility. So it's important to practice, every so often. Right now I'm doing overhead squats once a week, and I'll probably be doing that for the next few weeks. And then I might change my squat movement to either like a front squat or a back squat or a goblet squat. If you can't do an overhead squat yet, I would suggest just working on your overhead mobility. So doing a lot of opening of the shoulders, a lot of stretches and mobility work for your shoulders and upper back. And then slowly practice with like a PVC pipe over your head and just trying to use that before adding weight. I'm starting with overhead squats. We're doing 3 sets. The first set is 5 reps, the second set is 4 reps, and the third set is 3 reps. And so I'll choose the load each set. We'll just start warming up and see how it feels. I'm not sure what weights I'll do yet, and I'm doing 2 seconds on the way down, and then 0 seconds at the bottom, and then up. So I'm squatting with some plates beside my feet today because I'm really trying to work on my positioning in the bottom of the squat. So I also have some chalk lines right here to make sure my feet are in a straight line, because often when I do squats, when I'm in the bottom, one foot likes to drift behind the other. So I'm really trying to focus on being in the right positioning today, and that's my major focus. The overhead squats went well. I finished with 115 pounds. I haven't gone that heavy on a front squat, an overhead squat in quite a while, so that was good. Felt a little heavy, so it will take some time to build back up. It's a heavier weight since I haven't been doing them in a while. Now we're going to move on to deficit deadlifts. Now we're doing deficit deadlifts. These are a little bit harder than normal deadlifts because it's a longer range of motion that you're having to do. And my biggest struggle in the deadlift is the initial pull off the ground. So this just helps me focus on this a little bit and just add a variation to the deadlift. So I just finished doing some sandbags to shoulder and some biking. I like working with a sandbag. It's kind of just fun for a change, just a different movement, different object too, not super common, different than like the dumbbells, kettlebells, or free weights. So it's fun to do sandbags. I haven't been doing a lot recently, so it was fun doing them today, but I could tell that I need some more practice and work with just the form and getting it onto my shoulder. I was kind of just throwing it onto my shoulder and not, like getting under it like you would get under a clean. So I just need to work on that and I need more practice, but they went well. So in between the sandbag sets, I would just do a 2-minute bike at a moderate pace. So that was good just to get more volume in without overexerting myself. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see next time.